pretty sure you guys are up hearing that this mouse pad is trash and it's garbage and that it's not worth it.
All I see is LMAO, you know, Glorious can't do anything right. The ice pads left and right. Now, before we wrap it up, which one do you like better out of these two?
Out of these two?
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey guys, it's Gus
and Carlos from Hardware Unplugged.
And today we're going to be giving you guys our final review on the Glorious Ice Pad. And we're going to be comparing it with the artisan Shidenkai. But before we get started, please make sure to hit that like button to show support. And if you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. With that being said,
let's begin.
Alright, so there's been a lot of controversy out there on this mouse pad that this mouse pad is bad and that it's trash and that it's nowhere near as good as artisan Shidenkai. But you know what? We actually got a good copy, and we're gonna go in it with our own different opinion and a review. It's different. It's gonna be different than others, alright?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be surprising for some of you guys because I'm pretty sure you guys are up hearing that this mouse pad is trash and it's garbage and that it's not worth it and all these things.
Yeah, like if you guys go on Reddit and on Twitter, Jesus Christ, this thing's been getting flamed left and right. And
and
I think
rightfully so. Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
You guys got
well
really
deserved.
pad, you know, you guys should flame them. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, because they need to improve. Because if there's one thing the Glorious is notorious for is the first batch of something new.
Quality issues.
Quality issues.
On anything new that they do, quality issues are gonna come up, which is crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it. So between me and you were the one that used it the most, right?
Yeah.
You put in the most time. You put in easily 20 hours.
20 hours on stream.
And
on stream, off stream, I still had it up on top, whether it be browsing or doing whatever I was doing, like on my desk and whatnot. This mouse pad was on top of my desk throughout the whole week, literally. That I think it was not on there for like one day. Literally like one day. But if I'm being like very nice or if I'm like if I'm being, how do you call it,
generous?
Generous? No, I wouldn't say generous. Like, how would you say that? I'm kind of giving in, like a random number there. Like, I myself personally,
you could guesstimate.
Yeah, I personally put in like, I'd say a good 40 hours, 50 hours into this pad already. Because again, remember now, gaming wise,
that's true. Yeah.
Gaming wise was a good like 30 throughout this week, but I'm talking about just in general.
General use, you're right. Yeah,
general use, so it was like 50,
stuff,
around 50 hours. It could have been more, it could have been less. I really don't know. I just had it just on top of my desk going up, but I was playing with it at a high level. I was streaming with it. I playing ranked, Apex Legends ranked. One of the things I noticed about this pad was when people were saying that, I've seen people on Twitter that they were saying that this mouse pad loses its glide and its coding and it wears down really fast within 5 hours. It's safe to say that we got a really good one because throughout this whole week I really haven't noticed much of a change. I have noticed that it's not as smooth as the first day that we got it. But even with that being said, it still glides really well. It's still really fast. It still feels nice.
Let's go ahead and get into the boring things about this. So let's go into the dimensions and the surface and the rubber base, stuff like that. So the dimensions of the mouse pad are what?
431 by 381, I think, or something like that. Or we'll put them up for you guys if we mess up. But
what about stitching?
The stitching, throughout my time using it, it's held up pretty nice. I never really felt it on my forearm while playing, so I can't really complain about stitching. Stitching was pretty good. It's very minimal and tight. It does go over like the mouse pad just like a little bit. But you don't really feel that like in game or while you're playing. Again, the stitching held up pretty nice.
What about the surface?
Surface is smooth, very consistent. You can tell it has like a
film or some type of coating type thing on top of it,
because it definitely doesn't feel like an artisan Shidenkai.
It's actually smoother than the.
It's smoother. It's smoother. I want to say it's smoother.
But it's slower, right?
But it's a little slower. I can't help but think that the film makes it smooth, but the film is also what makes it kind of
a little slower.
a little bit slow. But just because we say that it's a little bit slower, like we literally mean it's a little bit slower. Both pads are really fast pads, you know what I mean? And and the base, the last thing we were talking about here, the base, the rubber base is very generic. It's a rubber base. If you guys have a mouse pad, flip your mouse pad over. You'll probably have one of these bases here. Doesn't move. Held its held its place really well. Obviously, it's gonna move on this desk because it has like a coating on top of it. But, for the most part, on my desk that's matte, it really didn't move.
Yeah, and in terms of stitching and the rubber base, the ones in Shidenkai is better. But the surface, it's preference, But I do like this one too because it feels smoother. But now to your experience, so that you put in a lot of time into this mouse pad, and we didn't run into any of the issues that most people came up with, right?
No.
Which was a shocker to me.
A lot of like dead spots and stuff, right?
Yeah, they were sliding the mouse and they'll stop in the middle, it was, it was just bad. But we haven't really. Go ahead and slide that. Just move. What?
I mean, look at that. I'm not.
Sorry about the whole truck thingy.
Come on, you know what I mean? And and I was playing like on stream and whatnot. I actually did the most damage ever. Recently I did 4,000 damage with one of the Apex Legends dudes, whatever the hell, you know what I mean?
Like, characters,
Legends, characters, and and I mean.
You got your 4K badge with it, dude.
Yeah, I know.
And that's
insane
and
to me.
I don't think you could do that with a bad mouse pad.
No,
like if it's a bad mouse pad, I don't think you'll be able to perform at a high level that you did, right?
No.
So I mean, that being said, is this a bad mouse pad?
No. It's not a bad mouse pad if you get a good one. Again, we saw a lot of people on Twitter and on Reddit flame Glorious for their ice pad because
rightfully so.
Rightfully so because the quality issues were pretty bad on theirs, dude. If you're worried about size, right? You could definitely go with the Shidenkai. Now, in terms of performance, I like the performance I get from both of them. And in terms of, again, speed and glide, I feel like they're almost similar, right? But they're just ever so slightly different, right? With the Shidenkai, I noticed that it's a lot faster, and you could feel the roughness of the beats, that are like gone. You know what I mean? So it feels a little bit more rough, but in terms of glide, like it's still there. You know what I mean? Like it still has its speed, it still has its glide. It's just that it feels a little rough. This just feels smoother to me.
Yeah.
And another thing I want to point out was, whenever you use, like your forearm to play, I could feel my skin look like tug and like kind of like drag on it, And with this one, because it has that film. It's super smooth. I'm able to just
move it around there
freely move on. You know what I mean? I like both pads, right? At the end of the day, I think it is personal preference. Now, what's your take on it? Like, I really want to hear like what you want to say.
All right, so I feel like if you get a good one, okay. So if you always want to try artisan Shidenkai, but you don't know how to order, same thing I said in the last video. If you want to order artisan Shidenkai, but you don't know how to order it through artisan, you don't want to wait the whole the time it takes for you to get the pad and stuff like that, or whatever reason it may be. If you don't like ordering from overseas and you just want to get it, try an ice pad and you want to no frills easily, then you're gonna go with the Glorious. That being said, neither of these mouse pads are gonna last as long as the cloth mouse pad. Neither of them. They're both gonna wear down over time. It's just I feel like maybe this one will have a little bit more longevity because of that film on top of it, but that's about it. This one, yes, it breaks down, but the reason I actually will recommend this one over this one is because I saw Borges' video, and that's the only reason I got it. The only reason I got the Shidenkai
that's true.
is because I saw Borges' video on it where he was able to take off the film on top of it, the coating on top of it, and underneath it was the Heian. So it was as two mouse pads in reality, right?
Yeah.
Now you're not supposed to do that with it, but in case it does wear it off, you can go ahead and take that coating off, and it's basically a Heian. This one, I don't know how it's gonna feel if you take that out or after it wears down. I don't know how it's gonna feel in the long run. So that's the only reason why I would actually go with the Shidenkai. Yeah. But they're both gonna wear down fast. They're not gonna last too long as the cloth mouse pad. So
clearly not.
Yeah, it'll just
personal preference.
Yeah, it's gonna be up to you, man. Honestly, in the end.
I will say this: the only reason why I don't recommend this one right now, and I'm sorry, like I hate to do this, but I feel like it kind of has to be said. The reason why I don't recommend this one right now is because Glorious really needs to address the pad issues. Yeah. They need to say something. They need to say, we've heard, because it's not like there's a little bit of people complaining about the mouse pad.
Dude,
there's a butt ton. Like, it's crazy. All I see is LMAO, you know, Glorious can't do anything right. The ice pads left and right, and people, and also videos of people on Twitter who have the pad, and they have a very bad one. You know what I mean? So I am not gonna recommend this pad to anyone right now. I would say wait for Glorious to make a public, you know, to make, you know, like an announcement saying, hey, you know, we heard you guys, we're gonna
fix this and this and
start to see something. I mean, because they have to address it. If they don't address it, don't even get the pad. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable for the guys to pay a certain amount of money, right? Well, how much is it for like shipping? Like 50,
like
almost,
45
bucks,
$48 around there.
Okay, $48 for a pad that you're basically rolling the dice when it comes to the quality. Like that's not okay, 100%. And I will never tell you guys to go get a product that is gonna be like that, you know. Now, do I want to recommend this pad?
Yeah, dude.
Duh. It's, I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer. I like this pad, and I'm just thankful and happy that we got a very good one, and you know, we didn't get one that was bad when it comes to dead spots or, you know, anything else on that. But again, as of right now, I just can't recommend the pad. Like, yes, I like the pad. Like, I like it a lot, but I can't recommend it unless Glorious makes a public, you know, like, announcement. Again, they have to say something about it. They can't just keep quiet, like, because that's bad on their part, you know, too. You know what I mean?
But I agree 100%. So I will definitely wait some months. So when it becomes available, and even when it becomes available, like in about a month or two, I will wait a little bit to see how,
for everybody else get the first batches of the new waves, and then, you know,
see if that one's good, and then go ahead and buy it. But as of right now, I mean, you can't even buy it. So it's best. It's get a Shidenkai in that case. Just go with the Shidenkai. You can't. If you don't want to wait for the Glorious ice pad to be available, just go with the Shidenkai. I think at the end of the day, you'll be happier than most people. You know, that most people were, because this one was pretty bad. The QC in this, but I feel like most people you know what you're getting, and neither are gonna last you. So even if you go on this one, you're like, oh, it's not gonna last as long. You know, neither of them are gonna. I feel like neither are gonna last as long. So I think that, you know, just.
Now, before we wrap it up, which one do you like better out of these two?
Out of these two?
I'm not gonna lie. I already know.
I already know what you like. I already know what you're gonna like. Me, honestly, out of the two, which one like the best?
Which one do you like? Now, granted, you know, we got a good one or whatever. You know.
It'll probably be the artisan Shidenkai, just because
size-wise, I guess.
Yeah, the only reason I'll go with the Shidenkai is because of the base and because of the size. That's it. Because they both perform the same, you know. I do like the way this one feels, right? The smoothness. So it's like I just like this one a little bit more. You know, that's basically it.
I like this one over the actual that one. Just because
it just feels better.
It's really smooth, and I'm able to move my forearm freely, and I don't know, like I performed at my highest level with this one so far. With, you know, as opposed to this one. I don't know. It's a good pad. It's just sad that quality control issues have like really hold it back from us to telling you guys, hey, go out and get it. You know?
So that's pretty much it. This is Gus
and Carlos from Hardware Unplugged,
and we'll catch you on the next one.
Later.